I grew up in a small town in western New York called Dunkirk. It's right on Lake Erie. My life as a family revolved around church and school. And when I got to high school, it was the same thing. All your social activities were pretty much geared around school, church, or high school. Then as a junior, I went on a retreat, and that experience was a turning point for me, that I understood what my faith was about. Everything is not going to be, roses and rainbows. You're going to have tough times, but you have your faith, and you'll always have your faith. Well, when I was 24, I was in a car accident, and I broke my neck, which put me in a wheelchair. I have a spinal cord injury. Well, I had already graduated college. I was working my first job. I was injured going to work, so I was a traveling supervisor that did store remodels, so that job went out the window at that point. I was independent, which I'm no longer independent. I have to depend on caregivers and people to help me. The path of your life is now, the path you had is now gone. And it's just a matter of what do you do now? We say, all right, I can do this. I don't want to do this, but I can do this, but I need some direction. And one of the teachers was the youth person for confirmation. She said, why don't you teach confirmation with me to these high school kids? I'm like, what am I going to tell these kids? Because you have a great story, just share your faith. And that was the path God had put me on. The pastor retired my fourth year there, and the new pastor came in. He didn't fund the children's programs anymore. He fired the youth director, the RCIA director, all those programs. Those people lost their jobs. We're going to lose those children. The church is going to lose them. It'll take years for them to come back. And most of the kids that came through the program said, the reason we're here is because the CASA doesn't do sacraments. As soon as we get our sacraments, we're going back to the CASA. So I said, okay, well, I have to check this place out. And then I got to the CASA in '95 and sat in the back till about '99, till John Zemlich pulled me in to be a sponsor for RCIA. I get to do something that is really fun, to watch people walk their journey through RCIA. I tell them that I do RCIA for myself because watching them learn about their faith and be engaged in faith renews my faith. I just sit at the vigil and just had this big smile on my face. There's a ton of former RCIA people involved in this church that we didn't lose. And we didn't lose these young people because we have sacraments now. So they're here and they're involved. I was so excited when we announced that we were going to do children's sacraments. Because I think this church especially, needed some youth. I think youth revitalizes it. It makes us all revitalize our faith. To watch kids get baptized, I think it's a great gift. I think it gives the children, if the children are engaged in your community, then they're going to stay engaged no matter where they go. And if they feel welcome and a part of it, where they'll go, they'll take that with them. A lot of them may not stay in Phoenix and come to the CASA, but they can take that Franciscan spirit somewhere else. You're going to make that trip to church because when you need to, but two, because you're giving back. Giving back is important, and the CASA is all about that.